Today we are talking about one of the magical cities of the East, heart of Azerbaijan, heartbeat of Karabakh. Dear listeners, today we are talking to you about the historical cities of the Caucasus. The city of Shusha, which has a rich cultural heritage. Shusha is to Azerbaijan what Vienna is to Austria and Naples is to Italy in terms of music. Perhaps Pana Khan had always dreamed of naming a city after himself. Or maybe as a general he was just tired of fighting the Ottoman Turks and fed up with his boss, the Persian Shah, who had just had his brother killed. Disenchanted with military life, Pana Khan left the army, returned home to mountainous Karabakh. There, Pana built a town fortress at the top of the steep cliffs and called it Panahabad. That was in 1752. Little did he know that this fledgling fortress high up in the mountains would one day be considered one of the cultural centres of the entire Caucasus. The city came under attack a few years later when Pana Khan's son Ibrahim Khan was in power. Muhammad Shah of the Khajar dynasty surrounded Shusha with his Persian army. Legend says that Shah wrote a letter in verse to Ibrahim Khan saying, "Look, God is pouring stones on your head from heaven. How can you sit in that glass fortress?" What he meant was, "We're going to shatter your city to pieces, as though it were made of glass." Ibrahim Khan's self-assured answer was, "I know that God will protect me, even in this glass." The city did withstand the attack, its population heroically defending it. After that, the city came to be known as Shusha, which means glass in Azeri. Ibrahim Khan's majestic palace still stands today as a landmark in the city. There is also a history museum featuring the Karabakh region housed in a local mosque. During the Soviet period, many religious buildings were converted for such use. Another well-known Shusha attraction is Isa Bulagi. Bulag means source or spring in Azeri. People flock to this mountain spring, especially during the summer, to relax and have picnics. The place is famous for local musicians, tar players and mugam singers who entertain there. Conservatory of the Caucasus. So many famous artists, musicians and poets used to live in Shusha that it was often called the Conservatory of the Caucasus. For example, it is the birthplace of Husia Hashibiyov, the founder of professional composed music of Bulbul, a famous tenor, and Khurshid Banu Natavan, a 19th century Azeri poetess. Also, Mola Pana Forgive, who was from Shusha. He is the revered 18th century poet who founded the realistic trend in Abajani poetry and who served as the vizier of Ibrahim Khan. The extraordinary conductor Niyazi grew up in Shusha. See AI 5-4, spring 1997. Saeed and Khan Shusinki, traditional singers, both came from Shusha. Famous for carpets and horses. Shusha carpets are unique for the size, pattern and colouring. As the houses in Shusha were quite large, so were their carpets. Bright, cheerful colours prevail in designs that are predominantly based on small geometric patterns. The Azeri people are also proud of the horses raised in the Karabakh. In Shusha, the Jidir Duzu racing field is located on top of the mountain where the view is spectacular, overlooking the Dashalti River 200 metres below. On the mountainside, there is a cave called Khazina, which means treasury. An Azeri legend tells that a Karabakh Khan once hid from his enemies in this cave. Later, a tunnel was dug through the cave so that the Khan and his family could escape. The Kahari bulbul flower of Shusha. Motherland garden is full of flowers, but there is no Kari bulbul among them. So go the words of an old Azerbaijani folk song. According to the lyrics, A man living abroad and homesick for his native Azerbaijan decided to plant a garden with flowers indigenous to his homeland. He succeeded in growing each of them except for the Kahari bulbul, a flower associated with the town of Shusha. Kahari bulbul is a very beautiful ornamental flower. In the Azari language, Kari means bee and bulbul means nightingale. The bird considered to have the most melodious song. If you look closely at the flower, you'll see its close resemblance to both bird and bee.